Racing Series late model pro stocks. 12 laps will be the distance in the two qualifying events. All cars will qualify. The top 6 finishers in each heat race will qualify for a top 12 starting spot in their 30-lap main event. They're moving along pit road in the way they're scheduled to start. This first 12-lap qualifier up in front. And the Harson Manufacturing number 11, it will be out of Gowanda, Pistol Pete Sisti. And he'll be joined in the front row by the Northeast Collision Northeast Machine number 22 of the Niagara Falls driver, Mike Stahl. Row number 2 to the inside. And the Forest City Auto Parts number 1 out of Kenmore, it's Billy Mislin. On his outside in the Ranger Transportation, Ron Gear Excavating Speedway Racing Bodies, number 10, out of Eden, Mike Feeblecorn. Row number 3, currently second in points in the Rucker Lumber, number 65 from Eden, George Scora. To the outside in the Big G Roofing, number 98, the driver out of Lancaster, Joe Brainerd. Row number 4 to the inside in the Glenn Campbell Chevrolet, number 72 from East Amherst, Matt Alex. On the outside, piloting the Aurora Plumbing, Patrick Development, Draper Trucking, number 03 out of Arcade, it's Vern Bliss. The final row to the inside in the Benchley Enterprises, number 28 from Delavan, Eldon King. And the outside of the 5th and final row in the Hydroblast, number 21. Out of Depew, it's Rich Sharp. 10 cars set to go 12 laps in the first round of qualifying for the Winston Racing Series late model pro stocks. The white flag is showing. We'll be going racing the next time by Sisti in the 11, Stahl in the 22, Mislin in the 1, Feeblecorn in the 10, Score in the 65, Brainerd in the 98, the 72 is Alex, the 03 of Bliss, the 28 of King, and the 21 of Sharp. Don't forget, the late model pro stocks having their big one of the season in just a few short weeks. August 30th, the Bud 100 for the Winston Racing Series late model pro stocks. You don't want to miss that one, folks. But right now, we're set to go 12 laps in the first qualifying heat for this evening's racing activities. Sisti in the 11, Stahl in the 22 will lead him out of turn number 4. The pace truck moves off the track. In formation, the exit turn number 4, the green flag is on, and we are racing! On the break, it's Pete Sisti jumping into the early lead in car number 11. Mike Stahl working in second place in car number 22. Mislin in the 1, Feeblecorn in the 10, side by side looking for running room as they exit turn number 4. Some smoke emanating from the Mislin number 1. And we're going to keep an eye on that one as we race on with Pete Sisti, your race leader, in the number 11. Stahl holding second in car number 22. Feeblecorn looking for running room in car number 10. Brainerd moving to the outside of the smoking number 1 of Mislin. Brainerd pulls into the number 4 position. And Mislin sliding in turn number 1. And the 1 is being black flagged for excessive smoking. And so Mislin is being told to pull his car into the infield out of harm's way. And Mislin now pulls down to the inside groove, and he will pull it out of this one. Tough break for Bill Mislin in the 1, but back up front, it's Pete Sisti in the 11, your race leader. Mike Feeblecorn is second, but here comes Vern Bliss on the charge, back in the pack. Bliss is pulled alongside of Joe Brainerd in the race for the number 4 spot. Sisti, your race leader, as he charges into turn number 3, but Feeblecorn is making up some ground. Back in the race for third place, it's the 22 of Stahl, the 03 of Bliss, and the 98 of Brainerd. Bliss working the inside lane, pulls alongside of Stahl as they exit turn number 2, motoring down the back chute. Bliss pulls alongside of Stahl. They're side by side into turn number 3. Bliss completing the pass, and up ahead, Feeblecorn has made a pass on the number 11 of Sisti. So watching the race for third place, watching the race for the lead, and it's Mike Feeblecorn, who's motored by Pete Sisti to take command of this one. Feeblecorn will cross the stripe this time by with 7 down and 5 to go. Feeblecorn out in front, your race leader. The 11 of Sisti working in second. Vern Bliss now up in third in the 03, and we're detecting a little bit of smoke coming from the rear of race leader Mike Feeblecorn's number 10. We'll keep a watch on that one. And Feeblecorn getting squirrely through the turns that time. Feeblecorn could be having some serious problems there in car number 10. He's leading this one, but that car is definitely showing signs of smoke through the turns. Sisti holds on to second place in the 11. Bliss is third in the 03, and we have a great three-way battle for fourth, fifth, and sixth going on right now, with George scoring the 65, the 28 of Eldon King, and the 98 of Joe Brainerd. Skora has now pulled a couple of car lengths ahead of the duo of Brainerd and King, and now Matt Alex looking to join that battle for positions 5, 6, and 7. The white flag is being shown. We're on the final lap in this one. Mike Fiebelkorn nursing an obviously ailing car, but still a strong running car in the closing laps in this one. Fiebelkorn circles out of turn number 4. We'll look for the checkers. Fiebelkorn is in for the win. Sisti is second. Bliss takes third. Skora is fourth. Fifth will be Brainerd. Sixth is Eldon King. And the balance of the late model Pro Stock field here to complete the first round of qualifying.
Rick, this has been a good night for the Fords. Another Ford picking up a victory with Mike Fiebelkorn on board that machine.
As we said, Mike Fiebelkorn having a strong run out there, but obviously smoke showing from the rear of that car through the corners in the late going, but he nurses it in for the win. There he is. And Ranger Transportation, Ron Gear Excavating, Speedway Racing Bodies, number 10, Mike Fiebelkorn.
Rick, looking at the problem that he had in the corner, I'm wondering if he doesn't have a valve cover that's loose. It looked like when the car was leaning down the corners that you see smoke then, and then once he got up the corners, it seemed to clear up. So I wonder if he just doesn't have a leak in perhaps a valve cover.
That could very well be the case, and something which could be rectified by feature time if it's nothing all that serious but the valve cover problem. And of course, that's the brand new Ford that Mike just debuted a few weeks ago and had to shake out a few bugs over the first few weeks. But it seems to be having showing some strength here tonight in the qualifying heat. Right now, qualifier number 2 moving trackside, and here to call the action for the second round of 12-lap qualifying is Ken Hangauer.
Well, thank you very much, Rick. Mooney, the first car out will be the car number 27. He'll stand on the pole. That's Dan Domanowski out of North Java. It's a Chevrolet. Outside, we'll go the car number 66. It's driver from Olean, New York. It's an Oldsmobile. The Olean class car's Mickey's Safeway machine. Next row, inside, it'll be the Darrell's Car Audio. Car number 41, it's a rookie campaigner. It's Tom Reese in second. He's from West Seneca, New York. Moving up the South Hills, Nampa. Car number 9, the veteran Sonny Whitmire. Sonny out of Glenwood. The 99 will roll by next. It'll be Mark Bushy Bush from Arcade. The Trank Real Estate, Trank Insurance, Properties Auto Wrecking, Chevrolet. The 7, the Bimini Blue 7, the 11-time champion out of West Seneca, New York. The legendary Art Clark in car 7. The Devon Manufacturing Oldsmobile, the car number 76, the driver is Rick Jones from Delavan. The 48 will drive by into this spot. It is Rick Wiley out of Derby, New York. It's a Chevrolet, the Flown Trucking, Hamburg overhead door, Kenworth truck of upstate New York racer. The 73 will be Mike Reagan, and he is in the John Hine machine tonight. Mike Reagan out of Williamsville in the 73. And the final car on the starting grid will be car number 18, Jenny Newrider of East Concord, in the Valley Sales Chevrolet. That sets the field. 12 laps will be the distance here for the NASCAR late model Pro Stocks, ready to go racing. The Western Ford pickup truck leads them down off the corner. They'll be coming down looking for the green flag. Doug Carnes Sr. stares the field down. Here they come. The green goes high in the air, racing here in the second qualifying event. They drag race down through turns 1 and 2, the exit 2, and the Olean driver, he starts to ease out front, but here comes Dan Domanowski. Also the rookie in the Dodge. Oh man, there's some bumper tag down there, but at the stripe, leading lap number 1, it'll be Mark Donahue. So Donahue grabs the lead in car number 66. Domanowski in second spot. There's the Sonny Whitmire, and here comes Art Clark. Arthur James Clark in the car number 7. So the car's being bumped around a little bit out there. And man, oh man, Mike Reagan all by his lonesome. He spins down the front straightaway, and hopefully he can refire the car. Yep, I can see the smoke coming out the exhaust stack, but he had it in reverse gear. Now he moves away. Mike Reagan, not really a rookie, but not really a full-time car. Tommy Reese, he spins into the infield with the Darrell's Car Audio, car 41. And we'll look up front one more time. Out of Olean, New York, leading the pack of cars back to the stripe. It's Mark Donahue, Dan Domanowski in second. Sonny Whitmire holds on the third. Then it's Art Clark. And here comes Rick Wiley now. Wiley flashes to the inside. The car number 99 of Mark Bushy Bliss. The freight train continues back around off the corner down the front straightaway. 5 down, 7 to go. 5 left down, 7 to go. Next time by, ladies and gentlemen, we'll be at the halfway juncture of this event. And now Donahue starts to motor away a little bit. Opens it up about 3 car lengths over Domanowski. Sonny Whitmire continues to run down low. Art Clark, the Trank Real Estate 99, and Rick Wiley, they continue their side-by-side battle. So this one a long way from a conclusion. But right now it's Mark Donahue. It'll be 5 to go this time by. You can see Donahue's car gripped over the banking a little bit. And here comes Sonny Whitmire now to the inside of Dan Domanowski. They continue side-by-side racing. They drag race off turn number 2 and then they close down on the leader. So Domanowski in car number 27. Whitmire in the 9. Wiley 48. And man, oh brother, the car's bobbling down the lower groove. And Domanowski continues to hold on. And look at Art Clark. He is just pushing him right down the straightaway. Clark now drops down to the inside. He's going to take a look down low and try to run down the leader as he comes up on the Doman. Tommy Reese in the Daryl's Audio, car number 41, sliding into the infield one more time. Tommy Reese out of West Seneca. And Mark Donahue, he's extended his lead over the field. And we'll come to the stripe this time. The popsicle sticks will go up. There'll be 2 to go. And Domanowski continues to ride up on the top side of the racetrack. You can see Wiley right up there on his back bumper. And Clark drives down low. So it's Clark. Now you can see Clark. He hammers is coming up the second corner. And he tries to beat Domanowski down at turn number 3. The white flag will be shown this time by Mark Donahue. Has never picked up a checkered flag here at Holland Speedway. Can Donahue do it tonight? With about a half a lap to go. He swings his car down the back straightaway. Here comes the leader, ladies and gentlemen, out of Olean, New York. He's never won, but he'll be in for a victory. Mark Donahue, Art Clark, Rick Wiley. The 27 of Domanowski, Mark Bushy Bliss, Sonny Whitmire, the Rick Jones car, and the balance of the field. Ladies and gentlemen, this guy has been tilting at this windmill for about 4 seasons. He has never won a checkered flag. He goes from down the Olean way. He's a former dirt driver. He finally has got the type of race car that he needs for asphalt, and he's coming in the victory circle. Like I say, he's never been there before. So make this a memorable occasion, please, for Mark Donahue out of Olean. How about, ladies and gentlemen, make some noise for Mark Donahue picking up a victory here in this qualifying event. I'll tell you, Rick Mooney, it's always good to see a driver who's never copped a checkered flag finally be able to rest in victory circle. So there he is one more time, ladies and gentlemen. Let's run applause, please, for Olean, New York's Mark Donahue.